Okay, guys, thank you so much for the time which is given to me for giving a presentation. Actually, my lecture is going to be about let's say, it includes two parts. The first one is about two types of people. The first category refers to early birds, and the second one is about night owls. And also, I will talk about the next, let's say, next part of my lecture, in following of my presentation. Let's talk about differences between two types of people, as I mentioned. We have two types of people. The first one is morning ones. They are really punctual, successful in schools, in their workplaces. They are perfect in collaborative activities and actions. And also, they're agreeable. Actually, they do not procrastinate a lot when they are, for example, doing their assignments. But they have some, let's say, negative characteristics as well, in my point of view. For example, they are conformist. It means that they do not, let's say, they are not non-conformist. They are good followers. Maybe we can say that they are not that creative in their lives. And this is a lot, let's say, negative aspects in my point of view. But talking about night owls and some people who are more active at night and after midnight, they are more creative according to statistics, and also they take risks better and better and more, and they are extroverted people. But on the negative side, or on the negative, let's say, point, they have laxer moral standards. Maybe they do not care a lot about, for example, morality or humanity or some features like that. But let's talk about the second part of my presentation, and afterwards I connect these two parts together easily. There is a term, an umbrella term in psychology, which is called dark triad. Dark triad refers to three characteristics of people. One of them is narcissism. As I talked about this topic previously in the previous sessions, it's about some people who think they are the center of attention, and they think that as I told you, the second part of my presentation is going to be about an umbrella term which is called dark triad. It means it refers to three aspects of people, three characteristics of people. The first one is narcissism. As I described about this topic previously in the previous sessions, is about some people who think they are the center of attention, and they have a sense of superiority over others. And also the second feature is called psychopathy. It has two types. We have, let's say, primary psychopathy and secondary one. The primary psychopathy is something which is regarded as a positive feeling, or as a positive, let's say, quality in people. For example, successful people, successful chief executive have this feeling, this quality in their, for example, features. It refers to having some audacity and lack of guilt when you're doing your job. So it is maybe necessary or essential for, let's say, pushing forwards your business or your job, or in your job. But the secondary one is about being somehow violent or aggressive. It is not positive at all. And a person who is psychopathy, a person who has a secondary feature, could be dangerous in some situations. And the second part is Machiavellianism. It refers to some people who are using, for example, immoral methods or procedures for getting their goals, for achieving their goals. These people are profit-based, and when you are, for example, dealing with these sorts of people, humanity dies off, or they try to exploit or take advantage of others easily, and they are not maybe that reliable. And according to some experiments, we can say that if we want to give these features, or let's say regard these features for about night owls, and also some early birds, as I talked about these sorts of people, dark triad could be found more and more in night owls compared to, let's say, early birds or morning people. And as a, let's say, conclusion, we can say that triad people who have dark triad traits, they take risks more, and also they engage in petty crime. And that was all of the information that I gathered, and I figured out by, let's say, visiting different websites and weblogs. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We were missing your brilliant lectures for a while, and we're so happy that you finally just gave us this honor to just feed us with brand new information. Anybody actually, well, let me just pose my question first. Are you an early bird or night owl?
Me? Yeah.
Yes, you yourself.
You know, I think I'm more night owl.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, according to, for example, going to workplace, I have to get up early, you know, in the morning.
Right. So, okay. Yeah, there are two technical terms. Do you have, I mean, the other participants, do you have any comments, any corrections, anything?
Yeah, okay, let me mention something. You said which is given, the time which is given, but I think it's better to say which has given to me.
Yeah, put it in
and
present perfect tense. Right.
Yeah, okay, and let's say you said successful, and it's successful.
What did he say?
Successful.
Yeah.
And
anyway.
also business.
Business. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The same repeated mistakes.
Yeah.
And about the first mistake that you said, I need to say which has been given to me. Yes?
Yeah, put it in a passive and also present perfect tense, which has been given to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, do you have any question? It's it must be even actually an ordinary conversation. Also, if you're curious to have more information, you can ask Sasan, or let's focus on the questions provided by Sasan. Maybe actually that would be a more accurate way of rendering this. So the first question, what is the difference between early birds and night owls? Who wants to answer this question?
Can I?
Sure. Yes, please.
Okay. As a matter of fact, he mentioned some features and some qualities of early birds. They are good followers, and they are willing to work in the morning also, as far as I know.
It must be so. It's so natural. Yeah. Early birds. Yeah.
And however, night owls are more creative, as Sasan mentioned.
Yes.
And they want to work at night.
And risk takers.
And also, one more point that I remembered now.
Sure.
Actually, night owls are more likely to, for example, go through drinking and smoking and some unhealthy activities. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, thank you. And then the second question, what is the dark triad? Triad, is that, am I right? Triad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Saya, will you answer this question?
I didn't see about this question, but I explain about early bird or night owls.
No, because we don't have time to repeat actually the information. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. So let me see. Okay, so what about this question, Arash? Do you have some information to share with us?
Actually, Sasan already shared us a picture about the dark triad, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And he mentioned that there is an umbrella term.
Umbrella.
Umbrella.
Term, yes.
Actually, which consists of narcissism. I'm not sure about the pronunciation of this word. Psychopathy.
Yeah.
And the last word is so difficult.
Machiavellianism. Yeah.
Yeah.
Machiavellianism.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so it reflects actually different types of personality, you know, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. And in order to just cast more light on them, we need to get more familiar with the, let's say, uh, depth of personality, because it's multifaceted. There are many factors involved. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. The topic is really technical, but anyway, that could be the beauty of that. And the last question, let me see. Are you a lark or an owl? Well, this is a personal question. In the past, actually, I was an early bird, a night owl, and then actually, to be honest, I became more or less an early bird. And yeah, it's as Sasan said, it depends on your current situation, and you can adapt yourself to any situation. In my idea, it's not that easy, but it's not impossible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we have two terms, nocturnal and diurnal. Do you know these two
Yeah.
words? Diurnal refers to early
Yeah.
birds, and nocturnal
Yeah.
refers to
Night owls.
And to be honest, I just thought that early birds are more, let's say, sociable. But according to what you said, Sasan, you said that night owls are more sociable. Are you
And they
sure
are more
about that?
extroverted. Yeah, extroverted, and also they are more extroverted in
I
comparison
don't
to.
think so. I personally don't think so, because actually night owls usually spend so much time just in private, you know, and they think. And
When we talk about night owls, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are just studying at night or they are just doing deeply their jobs or something like this. You know, I think the people who are more active at the beginning of the day, they are just good followers, and they can, for example, in a simple way, I can say that they are positive people.
night
They are
owls? Are you
no,
sure?
early
Early
birds,
birds.
early birds.
Yeah, early birds are surely actually more positive, but I have doubts about the part. I mean, whether they are more extroverted or introverted. I think that night owls are more introverted, because, as I said, they, you know, during night they are more active, and actually their brain is more active during the night. So that's why they spend so much time, and they're usually people are asleep at that time, so they automatically become more and more introverted, to my knowledge, you know, and so far to my information. Maybe actually we need to conduct more research on that. Anyway, thank you.